In this video, we show how to perform an inventory. To begin, go to Articles in the menu and click Inventory. Here, all items that are stock goods are displayed. We will go through the functions one by one, starting at the top right with the Scan button. You can choose to use the computer's or device's camera, a handheld scanner, or the keyboard. We are using a connected handheld scanner. Click Start Scanning to activate the function. Scan the item's barcode and it will appear in the list. It will be added to the list with a quantity of 1. You can now edit the stock count for the item. Click the pencil icon on the right and adjust the quantity using the plus or minus buttons. You can scan each barcode separately, which places them on separate rows and sums them up when scanning mode ends, which is done by clicking the cross at the top right. On the left side above the article list, there are different options to show the status of stock items. Counted. This shows the items that have already been counted. Uncounted. This shows the items that are left to count. All. This shows all stock items, regardless of whether they have been counted or not. To clear an ongoing inventory, there is a button at the bottom right labeled Reset. When you press it, a pop-up will appear to confirm the action. This is done to prevent the entire inventory from being cleared by mistake. When you choose Yes, a confirmation will appear at the top right to confirm that the action has been completed. You can sort the list using the button options at the top by brand, group, and storage locations. Here we sort by the storage location cash counter. You can also choose to hide items with zero stock by turning off Show Items with zero stock using the radio button. In the list, you can fill in the quantity you have in stock and click Save for it to be recorded. To make it visible, we have chosen to display all items, but when you go to Uncounted, they disappear from the list and are moved under Counted. You can count several items at once. Here, we are counting the last items at the cash counter storage location and saving them. The list becomes empty when all items at the storage location have been counted, and a message is displayed stating that there are no items to show. We change the filter for storage locations and select all storage locations to show all remaining items to count. It is possible to create different combinations of how the list is sorted and what is displayed by combining the 3 different modes and clicking on the column names to change the order. Inventory can be done by importing an Excel file. Click Import File, then click Browse and select the file from your computer. To be able to read the file, the following columns must be included: item name, quantity, item number, and group if used. Click Open after selecting the file, then click the Import File button. A summary of the items you are importing will appear, and you can continue by clicking to Inventory. In our example, the remaining uncounted items are completed, and when everything is finished, the message No Items to Show appears, indicating that we are done. In the list for counted items, there are warnings for items that have discrepancies, either more or less than the current stock value. Throughout the inventory process, you have the option to export to Excel or print the ongoing inventory. The completion of the inventory is done by clicking the Complete button at the bottom right. A pop-up window will appear so you can add a comment and then click Next. It is important to be aware of the available options, and here we go through them to clarify the process. The option, Only Counted Items, is used if there are still items left to count, unlike in this example where all items have already been counted. Afterward, you have the option to either keep or deactivate the items that have been counted with a quantity of 0. Deactivated items will be hidden and not sellable. Here you must make a choice and confirm it before you can finish. If there are uncounted items or items that should not be deactivated, you should select the appropriate option and then complete the inventory. Since we want to deactivate the item with a quantity of 0, we go back to the first 2 options and select All Items. When selecting all items, be aware that both uncounted items and those with 0 quantity will be deactivated, which means they will be hidden and no longer sellable. Confirm your choice and then finish the inventory. You will receive a confirmation that the inventory is completed and can then view the inventory report. Here you can see everything from the inventory date to stock value and choose to print the report if desired. To see what happened with the item Matcha Drinks, which had a quantity of 0 in our inventory, we go to Articles. In the article register, We use filters to show inactive items. We can then see that the item appears as red, indicating that it is inactive and neither visible nor sellable. Now you have all the information needed to perform an inventory, and we wish you the best of luck.